I can still remember the first time that I walked into a neighborhood Bible study. It was shortly after we had lost our 6-year-old daughter in an automobile accident, and a couple of women in the neighborhood opened their hearts to me and invited me to come to the neighborhood Bible study, and Debbie McGoldrick was the leader of that study. So I went. I was nervous, I was grieving, I had a lot of questions about God, and I just sat in the back row and listened and hoped no one would notice me. But the women were caring and loving and just kept pointing me to God through our study of Ephesians, and eventually my heart began to heal. Several years later, we had the opportunity to move into a little larger house in a neighborhood just about a mile away. Debbie had another vision for why God was moving me into this house, and she said, "I think God is moving you here to start a neighborhood Bible study in this neighborhood." Well, I thought Debbie was crazy. I am not a Bible study teacher, and at this time I had had another child, and she was 2 years old and at home with me, and I'm moving to a new neighborhood. I don't even know any of the people. I didn't know anyone to invite. So we started walking. We went house to house, and we would pray for neighbors and pray that God would open hearts of women that would want to come to a neighborhood Bible study, that God would help me identify women that would want to come, and above all, that He would give me the courage to be able to start a neighborhood Bible study and everything that I would need. So reluctantly and scared, I put a notice in our neighborhood newsletter that went to all the houses in the neighborhood saying that I would like to start a neighborhood Bible study. I put my name and phone number in there. And I got about 8 or 10 phone calls from women who said we would love to be in a neighborhood Bible study. So we started with a simple study that I could facilitate, studying the Gospel of Mark. And now, 14 years later, God has continued to give me everything I need to help lead that Bible study. We now have 35 women. We have new gals joining all the time, and we're excited every time someone new walks through the door because we know God is going to change their lives. We have seen so many lives changed, and the ripple effect of what happens with their husbands and their children has been amazing to us. So I am now passionate about neighborhood Bible studies and what they can do for women in a neighborhood and how it can really transform the entire neighborhood. So I tell women, don't be overwhelmed, just take the next step. Literally, take the next step, start walking in your neighborhood, and just do the next thing, and just watch and see what God can do through you.